Hey guys! Hi, I am making this video for all my friends back home that I don't have enough time to visit with you one by one, making your own mala. And I just wanted to basically, I'm going to have a two-part video. The video I'm going to make right now is how to start your mala, and then I'm going to have a video about how to end your mala, because they're very different and you don't need to spend the 20 minutes. It's really like 5 minutes actually, but you don't need to spend it watching me make the mala. So I wanted to show you that I've provided you with a needle, and some of you have this bigger thread. I know that it seems impossible to get this thread through this needle, but it's possible. You just have to be patient, and I find that it helps to fray the ends just a little bit and pull it through with your teeth. The reason the needle has to be so small is because it's going through your beads. And I've tried many other strings. Some of you have string like this, and some of you have string like this, which is what you ordered. Now, if you notice, I've actually given you the same color but in the opposite string to give you the choice. The reason I'm doing that is because the first time I used this string, my heart chakra mala broke about a week later. And I don't know if it was because of the amount of super glue I put on the knot and it cracked, which can happen. Next time I make with this one, I will not be using super glue. But every time I've made with these beads or this thread, it's strong, like really strong, without super glue. So even though it's a little bit messier at the bottom, the frayed edges are at the bottom, I think I'm just gonna still keep using this thread without super glue. Okay, so the first thing, this is only for people who are not knotting their mala. If you are knotting your mala, you and I need to speak separately. I can send you a video. I don't knot in between my malas. I leave a little bit of thumb space, and I count by moving it upward. So my thumb is my marker. I don't use a knot in between. Okay, so the easiest way I found is I'm making a mala for a friend right now. So you start with the Meru piece. And it's in your best interest to pray with the Meru, because it's going to be what is holding all of your prayers every time you use it. So like this piece right here, this is the Meru. So these are the mala beads. This is the Meru. The first bead that goes on, your Meru. So I think the Tibetan style also refers to it as a guru bead. But just take a moment, set intention for what this mala is supposed to provide, and take a minute with it. And yeah. Okay. So sometimes, because of the thread, it can be a little thick, so I have to pull it through with my teeth. But now your first bead is on. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you this because it's up to you guys if you want to do this or not. But I like to soak the thread that I'm going to use in an essential oil that is reflective of what that mala is supposed to provide for me. This one is my sacral. So I put lemon blossom, sandalwood, and sage around my sacral. Sorry, this is my solar plex, but those are what I put around my solar plex, was the lemon blossom, sage, and sandalwood around this thread before I started doing my mala. So the first bead is on. It is the Meru. Then from there, I like to do base beads, and base beads are basically like what's gonna hold. This one doesn't have any base beads, but it's essentially like the last two beads before each stone. So if you're gonna do base beads, they go on next. I hadn't really thought out my mala. You're going to want to. You're gonna want to have especially for those of you who have different stones. Some of you requested quite a bit of different different stones, you are gonna want to lay them all out, count backwards, and yeah, really pay attention to those different counts. So for this mala, I'm using howlite, leopard jasper, and labradorite. But I'm also using lapis, amethyst is the Meru bead, and it's going to have a soul bead right at the back of the base of the neck. And pearls, 4 pearls. So, basically, you string your mala at that point. I have to think about this. So I'm going to get back to you with how to finish your mala, and I will show you my design at that point. Okay?